Alrighty. We're getting the hang of this now, I think. Hey there, teacher, Aaron, spoken word followers. Hey, we got it. Awesome. So, I have a poem I want to share with you called A Teacher's Creed from a Factory. Now, I want to preface this poem with a couple things. One is that when I came back from Costa Rica, I worked in a factory, like a manufacturing factory, moving plastic bottles and whatnot. And I also worked there probably 3-4 years before Costa Rica, on and off for in 6 months periods between things. And I personally believe that any type of work anybody does is worthy of respect. Where I have an issue is when people come to your face and say disrespectful things to you about the line of work that you've chosen to make your life's work. And for me, that's being a teacher. So I just want to say, that's something to be thinking of while you're listening to this poem. I respect people who work in factories. I respect people who cut hair. I respect teachers. I respect, however you earn a living is how you chose to earn a living. So it was just when, as you'll hear in the poem, it brought up a lot of strong emotions for me about why did I choose teaching? So anyway, here's the poem. It is published in the Grand Rapids Community College Display Magazine, Fall 2017, 109th edition. So this one's a few years old. And again, they put this next to another student's work, a really cool photo like that. Two young boys. I'm not sure if it's like fog or, maybe a fire hydrant that went off, and you can see one has sunglasses and one has his hand out. So it's kind of cool, a fitting photo to put next to the poem. Again, it's called A Teacher's Creed from a Factory. Before I get started here. So much talking. Here we go. A Teacher's Creed from a Factory. I once met a man in a factory. Upon exchanging the trivialities of life, he requested my vocation. When I told him teacher, the response was calculated, dry, unemotional at best. That, he said, will never pay you as much as he earns in the factory. Teaching, he said, is the most thankless job out there. An intriguing point of view, I must say, when examined from the surface. Sir, if money is what you're after, teaching may not be it. If you look for a thank you at the end of the day, certainly you have the wrong job. What of the intangibles, though? The things your work gives to you that all the money in the world could never touch. The knowledge of being a mentor, having children look up to you and want to emulate you, being that teacher that helps the child feel excited for a place where they're locked inside all day. They brim with excitement for learning about life and all subjects because someone cared enough to take the time to show them why, to help them believe, to hold their hand, to guide their heart, to cherish their innocence, to ignite their flame of learning. Are these things on your paycheck, sir? Do you clock into your job knowing your worth in dollars or your impact on the world? Since when was money and earning it so equated with your value as a person? Why must you put on equal par these two things and believe that because you have more paper than me, that your work is of more value? Because as a teacher, it's never about money, and it's never about a thank you. These things come later. They're like extra butter on your popcorn at the movies. They're not a focus. They're something added in the end. Because there are things from work that can fill your bank and ego, and there are things from work that can inflame your soul and give your life a purpose. Which would you choose? Because children need an advocate. They need a champion, a mentor, a coach, a cheerleader, a person in their corner, someone who cares and someone who is there for them when they need it, for any reason or for none at all. Because our world will be inherited by the youth of today. And if we as adults do not unite on this common cause, I fear for the future of this world. So, now I'll ask you a question, sir. When you rest your head on your pillow at night and your bank account is morbidly obese, do you feel happy? Do you think about the impact you made on the plastic bottles I packaged for you for the last 8 hours from the machine that you are paid to operate? Please tell me again that teaching is a thankless job. Tell me again that I won't earn as much money as you. Tell me again so I can tell you how any day in my life I would rather have an empty bank account and a job with intangible benefits, underappreciated or not. A job where something as little as a hug from a child in the morning that is elated to see you is enough to melt your heart like a brick of ice on a scalding hot day's pavement. Tell me again, please. Or keep your mouth shut for things you know nothing about.